Courtney is in Norfolk, Virginia. Hi, Courtney. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hey, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, what's going on?
Oh my God, I'm already about to start to cry. I've been staying at home with the baby for the last 6 months, and money's just really tight. So I don't know if I can keep doing it or if I should go to work or what to do, really.
Okay, let's dig into it. Let's unpack this. When you say money's tight, kind of tell us a little bit about your financial situation, and are you home because you want to be home, or what's going on? Kind of walk us through your decisions of what's going on.
So I quit working when I was about 6 months pregnant because I was so sick I couldn't drive. My husband's military, so he brings home about $3,400 a month, but without our mortgage, we're like $23,000 in debt.
Okay.
So it's kind of hard to stay on top of things and be able to save and do things we want to do without having to stress about it.
Yeah.
Well, what are things you want to do? What do you mean?
Anything. Because right now, my husband gets pretty mad because when he wants to go do things, I'm like, no, I want to use that money. Instead of going out to eat on a date, I want to pay it on a credit card. I don't want that. I'm sick of it. But he's the kind of person who's like, oh, another $50 on the card won't hurt.
Yeah.
But I can't do that.
What's the $23,000 in debt? Is that all credit cards?
No. So $15,000 of it is his car that I've tried many times to get him to sell it. But Dave, he thinks your name's a cuss word. So he does not want to get rid of his car whatsoever. But the rest of that is credit cards.
Okay. You don't have a money problem. You have a husband problem.
Yeah, this isn't even a question of being a stay-at-home mom or working. That's actually not the root of what's going on, just like Dave said.
Yeah, I think you guys are destined to spend some time with a marriage counselor because it hasn't got anything to do with my name being a cuss word. It's got to do with you have a set of goals and he wants to just spend money, and you guys cannot pay the bills. And
right.
So, in other words, he wants to keep a car that you guys cannot afford, and that is forcing you into the workplace. So you're trading a car, his desire for that car, over your desire to be at home. That's the conflict. Mathematically, if you didn't have the car payments, you could pull it off.
Well, and if you do go get a job or start your own business or create any kind of income that is taking you away from your baby, which is where you want to be, it's still not going to fix the root problem, which is you and your husband are not on the same page. You're going to make more money to pay for those things that you want to do, but you're going to resent him by the fact that you have to, and you don't get to be with your baby because you're not on the same page.
Right.
Yeah.
So what you guys have got to do is it's not a Dave Ramsey or Christy Wright answer, really, and it's not can I afford to stay at home? The answer is you already told me. You can't afford to stay at home because you have a car you can't afford. And so I think the math's pretty simple. You guys get on a written plan together, both of you are grown-ups raising a child, and get rid of the car, and I think you'll be able to stay at home, mathematically, if that's your desire, and it sounds like that's your desire. So, but it's, in other words, your desire for this and the child and you being there with the child has got to come before his desire for a truck, and that's called being a grown-up. So, yeah. How old are you guys?
20.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is his challenge to move from being a little boy that wants everything to being a man that serves his family. And every one of us has to do that. I had the exact same thing at my house many years ago. I'm an old guy now. But many years ago, I had to make the decision that it was not all about Dave, and that I've got 3 kids to raise and feed, and a wife that has a vote. And so you guys need to sit down with a good marriage counselor as soon as possible and spend some time. And if he won't go, you go without him, and go see a because that'll start to give you some language to pull this together, because this is not going to get better. It's going to get worse. And it's just showing up now that the choices he's making are, meaning you don't have a vote, and he's putting his selfish desires ahead of his family.
Yeah, it's interesting too because so often what we think is a money issue is really a values issue. What you're talking about are your values, your dreams, your goals. That's actually money is just what you're putting towards them. In his case, he values the car. In your case, you're valuing being at home, and so you've got to get to the root level and talk about the values. That's what we're really talking about here. The money's just like you said, where the symptom or the evidence is coming out of what the problem is.
I can't tell you the number of times in 30 years of doing financial coaching that we can sell a car and it enables mom to stay home that wants to stay home.
Didn't she say he's deployed too? Do you need a car if he's deployed? I think she said he's deployed.
Oh, well, that's going to make marriage counseling a little difficult. But we'll have to wait till he gets back, I guess.
But like you said, she can go and put some language for the conversations around it.
Yeah, that won't hurt. But you don't need a car. Bottom line is this is not a car. You don't trade a kid for a car. You don't trade time at home. If mom wants to be at home, you don't trade that for a car.
And sometimes you have to say it like that to really see what you're talking about. Like that's what you're really good at, Dave, is just like calling it like it is and calling it out. And when you see it like that, like, oh, like all the ways that we danced around this issue and walked on eggshells, I was like, no, that's really what we're doing. And neither of us are okay with that. Hopefully he's not okay with that. So we're going to do something about it.
Yeah. Well, and it's a different answer if she wants to be in the workplace.
100%.
She's a professional lady and wants to do something.
That's what I love helping women do. Or start businesses from home, whatever the thing is. I would love to help her do that. But you hear in her voice she doesn't want to.
Yeah.
That's not what she wants to
We
do.
started the call with tears.
Yeah, that's right.
And so, so change the equation. Then if we want to choose to move ahead financially and pay off the car and keep it, because we like the car, and I'm working, and I realize I'm working for that, then you don't say you're trading a kid for a car, because I'm not going to mom shame her, right?
No, 100% right.
That's the thing. So it's not, it's a different, but it's got to do with, your money flows toward what you care about.
Your values, that's right.
When you care about saving, money flows towards saving. When you care about giving and being generous, it flows towards generosity. Money flows towards what you care about. Just like you spend your time and your money on what matters to you. And, it's just, it's infallible to look at it that way.